Hello again, I am the Exotic Woodworker. My name is Phil DiCarlo, and my website is theexoticwoodworker.com. The majority of my art is made from wood species found all over the world. From the jungles of Africa to the rainforest in Peru, and even in our own backyard here in America. The first product I'd like to show you today are these little pocket mirrors that I make. I use a high-quality beveled glass, and as you can see, there's many combinations of exotic woods for you to choose from. The $25 price includes the little burlap sack as well. For $35, you can get this wine caddy. This is a very good seller in my booth. As you can see, it says, "Wine a little, laugh a lot." The artwork is my original design, which I uploaded to my CNC machine. The woods used are purple heart, cherry, and maple. One of my favorite things to make on the lathe are these little elegant beer bottle openers and whiskey toppers. The hardware is all food-grade stainless steel, and I've attached interesting cabochons to the top of them. These are another good seller at my booth. People like these as their conversation pieces. And here they are up close. You can see the detail of the grain and the different shapes that I make. My favorite artist is Salvador Dali. His outrageous bright colors and unusual shapes inspired me to make these. And here's one of several ornaments that I make you can choose from on my website. This one here is what they call an inside-out turning, a very complex way of turning a piece with a hollow middle. This one here is made out of African padauk, and the finial at the top and the bottom are made of mahogany. And speaking of Salvador Dali, these abstract mosaic wall hangings are new to my collection. The whole piece, including the frame, is hand-constructed from different pieces of exotic wood. The mosaics in the middle consist of various hardwoods from around the world that are wrapped in copper. Some even include chunks of turquoise. And these are built on a floating frame technology. As you can see here, the artwork stands up proud from the frame, leaving some visual interest for shadow. You might notice that the back wall directly underneath the mosaic has been flocked with a beige velvet. And this creates even more visual interest as it separates the sheen from the frame and the artwork itself, capturing shadow. When I design my mosaics, I like to design them on the fly. There's never a sketch that I use. I just make them up as I go along. These larger mosaics are about 10.5 inches wide. Each individual piece is approximately 1/8 inch thick, and they're set in black resin. The wood species of these two are padauk, cocobolo, Brazilian rosewood, and purple heart. These little candy dishes that I make are very, very colorful. They're also a very popular item as well. The little jewelry box to the right here is called a bandsaw box. I also specialize in those. It's one of my passions. It's made of black walnut, leopard wood, and maple. Here's another one. I call this the Eternal Flame. This was inspired by the flame that burns on the gravesite of President John F. Kennedy. The whole piece is made primarily of hard sugar maple from Canada. And the drawer fronts are made from Brazilian teak. I call this piece Ebb Tide. It looks like waves crashing on a beach. And this one's made from black walnut, sugar maple, and zebra wood. That striped zebra wood is very beautiful. It's another species that comes out of Africa. And here we have another one of my examples of a tree ornament. This one's fairly complicated as it contains 10 separate pieces of wood. And the wood species I use for this one is padauk, zebra wood, and maple. This one here is about 7 inches long, but it is very light. It can hang from any tree. Now here are a few examples of my segmented vases that I make. The banner vase to the left here is about 16 inches tall. The pyramid vase, as well as the spiral vase, are about 7 inches tall. The woods used are black walnut, padauk, maple, and purple heart. And here we have the hugely popular Tornado Bowl. When I do a show, these are the first things that leave the shelf. And these are made from hundreds and hundreds of little tiny slivers of exotic woods glued together and then placed on the lathe and carved out. With my fingers crossed, of course. And here's another version. I call this my double twist design. Notice the beautiful yellow wood. This is called angelum, and it comes from Peru. It gives off a beautiful golden chatoyance. These make any coffee table look gorgeous. Yet another tree ornament. This one here is made out of padauk. The finial at the top and the bottom of the piece is made out of bloodwood. Very beautiful wood. And again, I've got several more of these to choose from at my website that you can visit, and all the wood species are mentioned in there as well. Up next, we got the big drip. When I designed this, I wanted to design it so it looked like it was dripping from nowhere. It's made from a huge piece of crotch wood from the black walnut tree. The drawer fronts are curly maple, and the handles are zebra wood. And here's another segmented bowl. This one here is called Daffy, as in Daffy Duck. To the right, you can see the black walnut inlay of a duck. The inlay is set in leopard wood. I also put a leopard wood ring around the top of the piece. The other woods here are angelum and cherry. And here we have Rocky the raccoon. The woods used here are angelum, cherry, and that black striped wood on the top is called black palm. It actually comes from a black palm tree. The wood that I use for the inlay for Rocky himself is black walnut. And here's an interesting piece. It's called the UFO Bowl, but it was originally called the Butterfly Bowl. As you can see to the right, there's a beautiful purple heart inlaid butterfly that I put in the bottom of that black walnut. But because so many people said it looked like a UFO, I renamed it. And here's another tree ornament. This one here is also an inside-out turning. The majority is made from beautiful African padauk. And the finial at the top and the bottom are made from a beautiful Brazilian rosewood. Here's another carved jewelry box that I make. This one here is called the Family of Hearts. The main box itself is made out of black walnut. The drawer fronts are made out of a beautiful figured bloodwood. And the knobs are made from black ebony that I turned on a lathe. And this vessel here is a closed vessel, and it's called the Ring of Midnight. The feature ring is a mosaic. It's made up of black palm, purple heart, and Brazilian rosewood. You'll also notice I put chunks of copper in there as well. And here's another carved jewelry box. I call this one the Willow Tree. This is made from black walnut, and the drawer fronts are made from leopard's wood. And the drawer handles are made from zebra wood. This box is very heavy and it holds a lot of stuff. Now here's a tree ornament that's made from a solid piece of African padauk. It's smaller in size, $25, and lots of different choices you can choose from at my website. All of my ornaments have a nice durable finish. They all have several layers of lacquer. As they say, go big or go home. This is my largest box. It's called the Tree of Life. The main body is made from walnut. The drawer fronts are a figured cocoa bolo. The handles are made from black palm, and the base is zebra wood. And here's my most recent piece. This is called Mr. Majestic. It's a very large Tuscany-inspired vase, constructed mostly of figured African padauk, zebra wood, and purple heart accents. The feature ring is a mosaic. Each piece is wrapped in copper. Again, I'm the Exotic Woodworker. My name is Phil DiCarlo. My website, theexoticwoodworker.com. Thanks a lot.